This spiced sourdough cinnamon cake is made using sourdough starter and a spice cake mix. And wow, is it good. It's so easy to make. You take some milk, butter, and sugar, warm it up, and mix it into your sourdough starter. Then you add some flour and a whole box of super moist spice cake mix. You don't want to work the dough, you just want to bring it together. I'll include the whole recipe on the recipe tab at chefnicky.com. I wrote this recipe for a 12-inch iron skillet. If you don't have a 12-inch iron skillet, don't worry about it. Roll the dough out and make some cinnamon rolls. I'm sure they'll get eaten. After the dough sits for an hour, you cut it into 4 pieces and just shape each piece into a little ball. Let them rest 10 minutes and roll it out. After you roll it out, you're going to take the dough and layer it with butter and the cinnamon sugar mix just like you would a lasagna. Now this is big. It is in a 12-inch iron skillet and it is going to feed a lot of people. Believe me, this is the perfect item to have with a hot cup of coffee. This is a really soft dough, so make sure that your butter is really soft too. It'll spread on much easier. If you've never made sourdough before, I'll include a link where you can go see how to make sourdough starter. I've simplified the recipe and the process. You don't have to discard every day. It's so easy. Now you can see I took a small knife and I'm just making a bunch of cuts all the way down to the bottom of this pan. Now I'll cover it with plastic wrap and a warm wet towel and let it sit for 45 minutes until I bake it at 350 degrees for an hour. The internal temperature should be 190 degrees. While that's cooling for at least an hour, take some butter, cream cheese, salt, vanilla, and cinnamon, mix it up, and add some powdered sugar to make a very light, fluffy icing. It's delicious. Make sure to scrape down the sides as you go along so the icing is one consistency. Then you know the routine. Lick the icing off the paddle, worry a little bit, oh, is this cake too warm to put this icing on? Don't worry, if it melts a little bit, it's great. I hope this recipe brought you happiness. Have a great week and enjoy.